Breaking news. Philippine Navy deploys 7 ships to contested waters. China issues urgent warning. The headlines flash across screens in Manila, Beijing, and, honestly, all around the world. Reporters are rushing to news desks. Social media just explodes with updates. Ticker tape scrolls. Situation developing. Stand by for live coverage. In the pre-dawn light, Philippine ships leave Subic Bay. The ocean surface shimmers with the glare of spotlights. Crew members stand at attention, their faces tense. Families wave goodbye from the pier, unsure when they'll see their loved ones again. Aerial shots from news helicopters show the 7-ship armada slicing through choppy waters. The Philippine flag flutters high. The world watches, breath held, as these vessels head toward one of the planet's tensest maritime flashpoints. This is not a drill. This is the latest, most dramatic step in an escalating showdown. The message rings clear and urgent. The Philippines is making a stand in the South China Sea. The deployment is sudden. Just hours ago, government spokespeople confirmed it. 7 Navy ships, including 2 frigates and a supply vessel, dispatched on a direct mission. Their orders: safeguard Philippine fishermen, patrol disputed islands, and show the flag. On the docks, Navy officers brief their crews. "Stay sharp, follow protocol, and watch for Chinese vessels," one captain says. There's tension in the air. Everyone knows the risks. This is one of the largest Philippine deployments in the region in years. The ships move in a tight formation as they leave port. The mission is high profile. TV crews from local and international stations broadcast live. Every move is tracked by satellites, drones, and observers from both sides. This bold deployment signals a major shift. The Philippines is no longer content to protest or file diplomatic notes. Now, its ships are taking action, right in the contested zone. The timing of this move is no accident. Tensions have been rising for weeks. In recent days, reports surfaced of Chinese Coast Guard ships blocking Philippine boats near the Scarborough Shoal. Fishermen claim harassment. Supplies to small island outposts have been cut off or delayed. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. called an emergency security meeting. "We must ensure our sovereignty and the safety of our people," he said afterward. The cabinet agreed. A strong response was needed. The Navy was told to act fast, but with caution. This deployment is designed to test the waters, literally and politically. It aims to protect Filipino citizens and assert maritime rights. The goal is not war, but deterrence and resolve. Still, the risks are real, and the margin for error is thin. The world's eyes now turn to the South China Sea. Every ship, every maneuver could spark a crisis or ease the tension. The stakes have never been higher. Why does this stretch of sea matter so much? The South China Sea is one of the world's busiest shipping routes. Over $3 trillion in trade passes through each year. It is also rich in fish, oil, and gas. That's why so many nations, including China and the Philippines, want a share. The area is dotted with reefs, shoals, and tiny islands. Many are disputed. The Philippines calls some the West Philippine Sea. China claims almost all of it as its 9-dash line, shown on their maps. Legal cases, international rulings, and endless talks have not solved the problem. For ordinary Filipinos and Chinese, this is about more than fish or oil. It's about national pride and security. Both countries say they have history on their side, but history can be a dangerous weapon, and both sides are digging in. This is why every ship, every action is watched so closely. Here, a single mistake could lead to confrontation, or worse. China's response came quickly. Within just a few hours, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin called the deployment a serious provocation. He demanded the Philippines immediately withdraw their ships from Chinese waters. The language was firm, honestly, even angry. Chinese warships and Coast Guard vessels moved to shadow the Philippine flotilla, and radar picked up increased activity. State TV showed images of Chinese ships on alert. Drones and patrol planes flew overhead, monitoring every move. Beijing warned of resolute countermeasures if the Philippines crossed the line. Analysts say this could mean water cannons, blockades, or even ramming tactics. The Chinese public too was stirred. Social media trended with hashtags supporting the Navy and denouncing Manila's recklessness. Diplomatic channels remain open, but the tone is, well, pretty cold. The world waits to see if words will suffice, or if ships will collide. In Manila, the mood is tense but determined. President Marcos addressed the nation saying, "We do this not to provoke, but to protect. Our people must not live in fear in our own waters." Lawmakers from across the political spectrum voiced support. Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro stated, "This mission shows we stand firm. We will not be bullied." Yet in the streets and on social media, there is worry. Some families of sailors pray for their safe return. Others urge calm. "I'm proud but scared," said one mother outside the naval base. Young people rally online, posting messages of unity. Defend our seas. Protests and prayer gatherings spring up in coastal towns. Everyone knows the risks, but many say it's time to stand up for the nation's rights. The sense of unity is strong, even as anxiety hangs in the air. For both China and the Philippines, this is not just about territory. The South China Sea is a lifeline. For the Philippines, it means food, jobs, and security for millions. For China, it's about defending trade routes, expanding influence, and showing strength to neighbors. The islands and reefs also hold strategic value. Whoever controls these rocks can build runways, radar stations, and missile sites. This means power over the skies and seas for hundreds of miles. China has already built artificial islands, complete with airstrips and bases. The Philippines relies on small outposts and fishing boats. Both sides know that losing ground could mean losing face, and maybe more. This is why compromise is so difficult. Neither side wants to appear weak. Each move is a message to the other, and to the world. The world holds its breath. With 7 ships in the disputed waters and China's Navy on high alert, the situation is fragile. U.S. officials have called for calm, urging both sides to avoid dangerous miscalculation. ASEAN neighbors watch nervously, fearing the dispute could pull the region into chaos. Experts warn that a single clash, a collision, a shot fired, even a misunderstanding, could spiral out of control. The Philippines has activated its crisis team. China's Navy maintains full readiness. Back-channel talks are rumored, but there is no sign of either side backing down. The world's media reports live. Analysts debate, is war possible, or will cool heads prevail? Whatever happens next, the whole region and the world is on edge. As night falls, the 7 Philippine ships approach contested reefs. Chinese vessels shadow them, spotlights sweeping the waves. Radios crackle with warnings in English, Tagalog, and Mandarin. The sea is tense, alive with the hum of engines and the anxiety of crews. On board, sailors check equipment and scan the horizon. "Stay ready. Expect anything," a commander repeats. Meanwhile, Chinese ships form a loose blockade, signaling, without firing, that they will not yield. The world cannot look away. Every hour brings new updates. Will the ships meet peacefully, or will sparks fly? For now, the only certainty is uncertainty. The South China Sea has become a stage for high drama, and the next act is about to begin. The story is still unfolding. The stakes have never been higher, and everyone, everywhere, is watching.